Hey everyone, Gameface here, and this is 7 days. So we're gonna first talk about last week. Last week was actually kind of a tough week. Actually, to tell you the truth, the last couple of weeks have been pretty tough. And by pretty tough, I mean I don't mean I mean finding games. I'm having a hell of a time lately finding games. I usually have 2 or 3 big games going on at a time. Like things like Fallout or Far Cry or I don't know, something that I'm playing over a month or longer. Right now, those games are not the same type of games. Right now, those games are things like Limbo, Song of the Deep, Albert and Otto, and because they're all of roughly the same genre, I'm getting a little bit frustrated with them, I guess is the way to say it. I don't have a first-person shooter going right now, unless you include Aperture Tag as a first-person shooter. So I'm going to be looking to diversify my gaming over the next week. But let's talk about what we did last week. Limbo, still loving it. Very enjoyable game, just as enjoyable as Inside. I can see why people were attracted to Inside. That red shirt really made that game, shine compared to Limbo, where it's all black and white. I'm just kidding, of course, but yeah, I'm really enjoying Limbo, and I expect to finish that up probably pretty soon. I'm right now I think I'm 4 episodes in, so I expect it to finish up in the 5th or the 6th episode, but I'm enjoying it all the way. The other one I'm playing, which I'm not enjoying quite as much, is Albert and Otto. Albert and Otto is a bit different. It's a bit different than that. Each of the puzzles basically introduces another slightly different mechanism, and sometimes I'm not catching those mechanisms right away. I'm also finding the timing aspect, because it isn't just a puzzle platformer. It's a Twitch reaction platformer as well at the same time, and it seems to switch between the two. Where you'll go through an area and it'll be a puzzle, and you can take your time, you can figure things out and get it all done properly. And then as soon as you leave that area, you're on a crate traveling down a river, getting knocked off by things and having to do like unbelievable acrobatics on the way down through the river and things like that. And that's where I left it last time, was in one of those old style Twitch reaction platformer sections. That, if anything's going to ruin that game for me, it's going to be those areas. I'm really enjoying the puzzle sections, though some of them I am finding difficult. But the old style classic make it through the platforming thing while the platforms are blowing up and moving, and you got to do things perfectly the same way every time or you don't make it, is not my type of thing. So we'll see where we go with that. Chances are there will be another episode pretty soon. I seem to have left it. I don't know. So the other thing that happened last week, of course, was Vinyl Palooza 3.0. I was lucky. It seems I was very lucky that I got 2 different boxes. It almost seems as though there were only 2 boxes. And of course, I only ordered 2 because last time I saw people ordered 2 and they got different stuff. So I ordered 2 this time. I lucked out. I saw that other people ordered 2 and got 2 of the same boxes. And I don't know how Nerd Block has let this happen. It shouldn't have been even a thing. If that was the case, they should have limited the number of boxes you could buy and told us it was due to protect us from duplicates. We need to limit these to protect you from yourselves. Like I said, I was very lucky. I didn't get, like we can look at, I got the derbs, the Guardians of the Galaxy derbs. Those are okay. Nothing special. There was no Star Wars in it. There was no, half of the brand names they said were in it weren't in it. Now, I know that somebody got a box with a Star Wars one in it. One guy. And maybe that's how they put Star Wars on the thing, because there was one box with Star Wars. And I'm guessing you can do that. But to lead people to this box using those terms and using those basically like things that people are attracted to and want, Star Wars, there were some others that I off the top of my head I can't remember, and only have a few of them. It's not supposed to be a lottery. That's basically what it is. It's not supposed to be a lottery. If you're going to put Star Wars on there, there better be a good chance if I buy 3 boxes that I get some fucking Star Wars shit. That's the bottom line. I don't think, after this one, my trust in Nerd Block has fucking dropped. I'm not renewing my arcade block. I probably won't buy a Vinyl Palooza again. And I'm questioning whether Sci-Fi Block's going to be renewed too. Because like I said, I did fine. I got unique boxes, but what they've done to people is pretty disgusting. No warnings or nothing. Yeah, so enough of that. That was Vinyl Palooza. I'm happy with what I got. I'm not happy with how it worked out for other people. I don't think that should have been a thing. So I did some No Limits Do last week. We got some awesome tracks. Oh, it was great. I really enjoyed it. Getting those tracks wasn't easy. Again, they were just tracks I actually chose, but when I went in there weren't a lot of new tracks. So I actually had to go to my friends or people I follow and my friends to see what they had done. And a couple of those tracks were friends tracks. I think more than half of the tracks, I think 4 out of 6 of the tracks were friends tracks. So, but again, they were awesome. Some of those guys make the best tracks. They truly do. And I really enjoyed it. Played YouTuber's Life last week. Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. It has its frustrating parts. I did go in and play for 2 hours. So it was a solid 2 hours. And I did make some progress. But I feel like I actually quit when I ran out of room for new games on my shelf. I didn't know you could sell the games at that point. I had to go and do some research after and figure that out. But I'm still enjoying it. It is getting a little frustrating that the movement ahead, let's just say YouTubers that have 10,000 subscribers, or let's just even go 1.5 million subscribers, get more subscribers on a daily basis than I do at my 340 subscribers. But in this game, it doesn't seem to work like that. The rate of subscription seems to be consistent at 500,000 subscribers or 1.5 million subscribers. Whereas I thought having 1.5 million subscribers itself actually causes more growth due to word of mouth and things of the likes. But again, I can't say I'm not enjoying it. I can only say that I'm getting a little frustrated that the progress forward is so slow. But we'll have another episode of this coming up this week, and I expect to sell some games. I expect to sell a bunch of games and get this rolling again, get moving ahead. So the other thing I played during the week was Song of the Deep. I'm heading to the Lighthouse. I'm going to be picking that up soon this week, and we'll see what happens then. Not a lot to talk about. I did have some frustration getting through the level I was in right now, but it was my own fault. I just wasn't looking around properly and wasn't finding the things I needed to find in order to do the level, like the level needed to be done. So that's my fault. I figured it out. I got by it. I got the fire thingy. I melted the ice, and we're there. Now, the big thing that's come up this week and may have a large effect on next week, I don't know yet. No Man's Sky came out. Yep, No Man's Sky came out. I did a normal episode for first thing in the morning yesterday, and then I basically played the damn thing all day. I couldn't stop. It's a good game, and it's a bad game. It's like one of these run around, gather things to build a better ship so you can run around better, and gather things better to build a better ship so that you can go get to the center of the galaxy and finish the game better and sooner. I have read that you can actually finish the game if you're diligent and stick to the story in about 20 hours. I haven't stuck to the story at all. I'm probably lost, and I don't know where the story is anymore, but I'm truly loving the game. I'm 10 hours in. It's been out for a day. I'm sure I'll be able to say bad things about the game soon. Again, very repetitive. But again, it's the whole upgrade fight. You're fighting to get better stuff in order to make getting better stuff easier. And I don't know why that's such an attractive thing in a game. There's so many games that, like puzzle games and things like that, that I don't get the things I feel I should get out of them. This, I'm not really getting anything but improved ship, improved, other things. But I can't stop playing it. So I don't know. They've done something right. I don't know how long it can last. The other thing I played last week that I'm looking forward to playing this week, maybe even finishing up, is Aperture Tag. The last time I played Aperture Tag, I thoroughly enjoyed every puzzle. Some of them maybe more than some of the puzzles in Portal 2. Maybe. I'm not, just maybe. I'm getting more out of it than I was initially. This is the type of puzzle when you solve it, you feel something. You know you've done something. You know you've completed something. Whereas a lot of these little games with their little puzzles, it's not a feeling of accomplishment. Whereas Aperture Tag, I get that feeling. And I'm looking forward to that feeling again the next time I play it. So in the upcoming week, expect more of Aperture Tag. You can definitely expect more No Man's Sky. I don't know if I'll be doing live streams. I did 2 live streams yesterday for about an hour and a half each. I did have live streaming problems. I originally set up everything the same way I did my aliens and everything, but none of it worked properly with that game. So I had issues with OBS was what I was using, Open Broadcast. So I bit the bullet. I went and got XSplit Broadcaster, and I used that for my second and third streams. Second stream, not so good. I seemed to have an echo in my microphone. I really wish somebody would have said something. And the third stream went great. I might do another stream later today before I do tomorrow's videos. So maybe I'll be doing some streaming on the weekend. I'm going to try to add live streams to what I do. And like I said, on the weekend's the best time for that. But I'm really enjoying this game, and I don't know why, or No Man's Sky. So that's what I'm expecting to be live stream. But next week, more Albernauto, more Limbo. I don't know about Human Fall Flat. I think I quit in a rage last week after trying to jump up the side of 6 jumps. I spent 45 minutes trying to do them. And it's not like I could say that I did things wrong when things failed. It's the nature of the game. There's randomness to the character's movement. And, one time he'll jump 2 feet. The next time he'll jump 20 feet. And that's what's got me. And I don't know if I like the way that worked out last time. But I don't know if I can pick it up and still maintain my sanity. But that's what's been going on. That's what will be coming up. Again, expect me to finish Albernauto and Limbo very soon, and more No Man's Sky. And the other one I'm looking forward to, it's coming out soon, near the end of the month, I think, is Deus Ex. That, I hear, is going to be a pretty big game. But we'll have to wait and see. I've already pre-purchased, so you can expect that sometime. So until next time, I'm Gameface. This was 7 Days. If you liked it, click the button, and don't forget to share and subscribe. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time.